Hello everyone, welcome to our midterm test project for Introduction to English Sociolinguistic. I'm Jojo with student number 052.
Hi, I'm Ivory, my student number is 051.
My name is Caecilia Nanda Kartika Kusuma. You can call me Cecil. My student number is 049.
And I'm Fanny with student number 041.
Alright, so today we're going to explore the fascinating phenomenon of code switching between English and Indonesian, with a special focus on a recent viral TikTok trend.
So if you have been on TikTok lately, you might have come across videos with the caption "When my Indonesian accent accidentally slip out," where Indonesian speakers who typically speak English suddenly they switch to Indonesian expression or pronunciation.
We'll be analyzing these real-world examples of code switching and discussing what they reveal about language, identity, and culture.
Instead of starting with theories, we'll show you the actual phenomena first and then analyze them using concepts we have learned in our sociolinguistic class.
Alright, let's look at some example. In this first clip, we see a creator who normally speaks English with an American accent, suddenly switching to Indonesian intonation when she gets excited about food.
Movie's about to start soon. Hey, did you buy any snacks yet?
Yeah, not to worry. I actually bought us some snacks earlier. I bought us some popcorn.
Popcorn?
Iya,
Isi dong, popcorn nasi goreng.
There's another popular video where the speaker is speaking in English during a conversation, but when they got confused, they unconsciously say like, "Hah?" or "Nah," probably like, "Woi, yuk, gila," before returning to English. And what is really happening, how these creators often don't realize they're switching until after it happens. So look at this example where someone is having a conversation in English and then suddenly they say like gila with the distinctive Indonesian rising Indonesian.
Yeah, dude, apparently she actually did that. Like, how crazy is she?
Oh my god, that's so crazy.
Bro, did you even hear what I said? Bro.
Apa lu bebek lu? Bule-bule kagak ngerti tolol.
Now that we have seen these examples, let's analyze what's happening. One key concept from sociolinguistics is that code switching often occurs around emotional triggers. Did you notice how in many of these examples, the switch happened when the speaker expressed strong feelings?
Okay, exactly. So in social linguistic terms, we are seeing like what's called emotional code switching. So many Indonesian bilingual speakers refer to their second language when expressing strong emotion because emotional language is often learned and feels more authentic. Another important concept is domain-specific language. So some of the TikTokers switch to Indonesian when talking about some vocabulary that it cannot translate it into English. So this illustrates how certain domain of life remain connected to specific languages in our minds.
We also observe what linguists call unconscious code switching, where speakers aren't aware they are switching languages until after it happens. This is different from strategic code switching, where speakers deliberately use another language for effect. Let's discuss the social meaning of these switches. When Indonesian English speakers suddenly switch to Indonesian expression or accents, they are not just changing languages, they are performing identity.
Right, these TikTok creators are embracing their bicultural identity through their language choices by showcasing moments when their Indonesian accent slips out. They are celebrating their bicultural background rather than hiding it. This relates to what we have learned about covert prestige in social linguistics, while standard English might have covert prestige in formal settings. The Indonesian expression carry covert prestige within the community, signaling authentic membership and shared experience.
We can also see evidence of what's called audience design in these videos. The creators know that the other Indonesian-English bilinguals will understand and relate to these moments of code switching, creating a sense of in-group solidarity.
Well, I've definitely experienced this myself. For example, huh? It happens to me mostly with certain expression that just don't translate well. Like something goes wrong, like I don't understand something, like huh? Instead of saying wait, yeah, like that.
For me, it's counting. Even when I'm speaking English, I often count in Indonesian under my breath. It's like my brain processes numbers more efficiently in my first language.
I noticed that I switch to Indonesian phrases for cultural concepts that don't exist in English. Like when describing someone or talking about something, these concepts just feel more accurate in Indonesian.
What is fascinating about this viral trend is that it made something that used to be seen as a linguistic mistake into something celebratory.
Absolutely. Instead of code switching being stigmatized, these TikTokers are proudly showcasing their bilingual abilities, so it shows a shifting attitude toward linguistic diversity. Rather than pressuring people to stick to pure English, there's growing recognition that code switching is normal and creative aspect of bilingual communication.
And these videos have resonated with so many Indonesian English bilinguals because they validate a shared experience. The comment sections are full of people saying, "This is so me," or sharing their own examples.
To wrap our analysis, the when my Indonesian accent accidentally slips out, TikTok trend reveals several important sociolinguistic concepts in action. We've seen how code switching serves as both an unconscious process and a performance of cultural identity.
These examples demonstrate that language choice is deeply connected to emotion, domain, and social context, all key concepts in sociolinguistics. Rather than viewing code switching as efficiency, this trend celebrates linguistic flexibility as a valuable skill and authentic expression of bicultural identity.
By examining real-world language phenomena like these TikTok videos, we can insight into how language and culture are inseparably intertwined. So thank you for watching our presentation on code switching between Indonesian and English.
We hope this analysis has given you a deeper understanding of the relationship between language and cultural identity. Terima kasih banyak and see you next time.